Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. Richard's Still Not Sick edition. I'm Richard at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm Joey at J Wonder on the MakeCode forum, also not sick.
Yeah. Well, I still have a cough, so sorry I will be coughing during this stream. Like that. But it's much better. So today we are working on our mini Game Jam game, which I still don't know if this really counts as a racing game, but oh, whoops, I actually switched. There we go. All right, we're back. I still don't know if this really counts as a racing game, but regardless, we are going with it. And you might notice it looks a little bit different than it did yesterday. All I did was I put a little icon here because this is what Joey mentioned. So now there's a little squirrel, and he comes closer to your side the cleaner your side is.
Yeah, it's your friend who's deciding which house to visit.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I just did that little cute thing. But we are mostly done with this game. We need to figure out some fun things to do to make it more fun. I mean, I think we have the base thing done, but I think this is a fun game. I like it. This is definitely going to be one of the multiplayer game. People on the team often ask me for multiplayer games to demo, and this will be one of the ones I recommend from now on because it looks nice.
Yeah. Do we still want to do a different type of thing, like one you have to push instead of one you have to blow, or something like that? Like you have to roll an acorn to their side.
We could do that. Yeah, let's think about how we can make that happen. Another thing we might want to do. Well, first let's make it so this game actually has an ending. We should probably do that. All right, I don't want to just use the game over. So instead, we're going to do our own little game over thing. And I think what we'll do is we'll store a Boolean, which is game is running. But we'll just keep the, we'll do game is over. Start to false. And inside of our on game update, where we are counting things, we're going to say if player 1 count 0 or player 2 count equals 0. Then we're going to set game is over to be true. Oh man, by the way, a lot of video game news yesterday. I know Joey was not paying attention to the news, but oh hey Thomas.
Ooh. Was Thomas paying attention to the news?
I'm joining in late. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no problem. So the game we're working on today, Thomas, is a cleaning game. So you play. It's 2-player. You got 2 squirrels, and they can blow leaves out of the way. And what you're trying to do is get your side to be clean. You can also blow leaves over to the other person.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And I like those leaves.
Thank you.
And be sure to watch it on the Twitch stream, Thomas, if you haven't, just so you know. It's way better speed.
That's true.
Yeah.
We do this over a Teams call, and Teams is not great at streaming video games.
Fair.
Okay. So, right. So I was mentioning yesterday there was a Nintendo Direct. I know we're Microsoft, but whatever. I'm still going to talk about it. And they announced a lot of cool stuff. Thomas, did you happen to see?
Just snippets.
Yeah. Well, Breath of the Wild 2, Tears of the Kingdom, got a release.
Yeah.
May 23rd.
A lot of falling in that game.
What?
Seems like a lot of falling in that game.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
And then because Nintendo loves me, they also announced Pikmin 4 for next year.
So that one too. Yeah.
Joey knows I'm a very big Pikmin fan.
Oh, we still need to make that Bug President game.
Yeah, we do still need to make Bug President.
Bug President? Excuse me.
Oh,
It's the first game that he ever suggested.
Game I ever came up with, but I wanted to make an arcade, but I never got around to doing it. And it's a game called Bug President. You're the Bug President, and it's Pikmin.
Gotcha.
You throw your constituents to do tasks for you. Bug President, by the way, is spelled in all caps.
Naturally.
Yes, Bug President.
Sounds good. Pikmin's one of those games I've always sort of thought I should play and have never actually played.
I love it.
Maybe Pikmin 4 will be the one for me.
You should play the old ones too, though. They're really good. Do you have a Wii?
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Buried in a closet. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we're tracking our game is over now. Let's go ahead and actually start a little thing. So when we're setting this game is over to be true, by the way, we should put this inside of the game over check so we don't run this multiple times. Then we are going to, let's see, let's add the story extension. Use that. Oh, and then also there was a new Fire Emblem game, which is also kind of exciting. I'm not as excited about Fire Emblem, to be honest. I really liked Fire Emblem Awakening, and then the games after that have not been my favorite.
Yeah, that is my favorite recent Fire Emblem. I guess probably overall in general, really.
Yeah, I need to replay Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I really love strategy RPG games, but for some reason Fire Emblem doesn't really do it for me. Well, actually, I know the reasons, but I won't get into it now. Okay. Let's see. The things we are about today, Joey remembered to put in the chat. We are about feedback, carrots, super elastic collisions, libraries, talking about random nonsense, check, counting, looking forward to Richard synthesizer sounds. Don't look forward to that today. Radish season, warm heads crew. I do not remember the context of that one at all. And catstronauts in space. Where else would catstronauts be, Joey?
I mean, they have to land sometime.
Yeah, on alien planets, I guess.
Yeah, and Cyanide Reader says, also saw that you fixed the MIM bug. Yes, so there's a long-standing issue. You've probably seen us run into it many times on Arcade of a memory leak that causes the simulator to get really slow, and sometimes the whole tab will crash. And many of us have tried to fix it over time, and I finally figured it out yesterday. So, yeah, it's fixed. It's not out yet, though. It's not in beta. It'll be in beta by the end of today, but in the next release, which should be early next month.
Yeah, within the next month.
Yeah, within the next month, we will be doing a release of Arcade, including a lot of stuff. All right. So, okay, we got the story extension now. We're going to go ahead and start a cutscene when we do this game is over thing. And we'll just print some text out to the screen. So let's go ahead and do print. And let's see. We haven't really established a story in this game. So the idea is that you have your friend down here, Thomas. All right. And he's obviously deciding which house he wants to go visit, and it's going to be the clean house. So, you know, that's what's motivating our two intrepid squirrels. So we need to yeah, what should our ending text for this game be?
Ending text, you said?
Yeah.
What would a squirrel want to do? Well, I guess the important thing is that we probably need names for the two characters.
I'm just going to say finish for now.
Okay. But I still want to have names for the two characters.
Yeah, no. You should work on that. If anyone in chat has anything, please do suggest them as well. We had names for our two alligators, I remember. Okay. So for now, we're just going to be boring. We're going to say if player 1 count equals 0, then we're going to say
list. Yes.
Joey says the entirety of the design and storyline team.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
We should give you an official title.
Yeah.
Thomas, you'll be head of casting.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Joey, you are director and best boy key grip.
Okay. 1 second, I gotta search top scroll names because I feel like Fido's just not gonna do it.
Fido? You were gonna call a squirrel Fido?
I don't think that's allowed.
I think it'd be funny to have a squirrel with a dog name, kind of.
Naming it after its mortal enemy?
Let's see.
Well,
Nibbles.
We're gonna do it here real quick, clean up our code. And we're gonna start doing what Joey mentioned. We're gonna put some acorns on here and make them pushable. So let's draw an acorn. Let's see, we'll do 8 by 8. And we'll see if I'm capable of drawing such a thing. Let's see, let's make this an odd width and we'll make it a bit taller. That, and this purple might work. Okay. This is not a good acorn.
That is actually a good acorn. I disagree with you.
Right,
Maybe like one
bad.
line of shade on the top purple part, maybe. The
So you
light.
can maybe make the top like a little lopsided and you're good to go.
Sorry, you said a little bit of shade?
Like the light purple, just like one dash. Maybe.
No.
No.
All right, I need to look up some acorn references. No, I don't want to invest with Acorn or look at Acorn TV.
Acorn the seed.
Come on now. What the heck, Google? Open images.
What's going on?
I don't know.
I've never seen it go wrong. Acorn images.
Acorn.
What is this? Here you go. We'll look at the Wikipedia page for acorns.
That is not a normal acorn. Why would you put this weird green acorn as the top post?
Acorns are green. That is true.
Yes, but everybody thinks of them as brown, right?
Yeah. All right. Okay. So this cap needs to be like. I think what we need to do is mess with our proportions a little bit. That. Stuff like this. Cow. See, give it a little bit of texture. Thinking like I like this like scalloped shape it has going on, but I don't like that it's just turning into a checkerboard. We'll go with that. Okay, all right. So let's go to where we're creating all of our leaves. Down here at the bottom, and we're going to create some number of acorns. Let's do repeat 4 times. And we're going to create a new kind for this. We're going to create acorn. All right, so when we have acorns, we want to move them when we bump into them. So we're going to make this temp sprite And we want to, you know what, maybe we don't want to do this in a repeat loop because we want to make sure we're fair. We want to have the same number of acorns on each side.
Mhm.
And here's another thing. And this is a interesting question. Let's see. Tigerfly also says we need tiger to fly. My mistake. Acorns must also be named. That might just be some headcanon on your part, but we'll yeah. So is having acorns at the end a good thing or a bad thing?
Is having acorns at the end a
I
good
mean, it's
thing,
like
or-
snacks for your party, right? That your friends coming around.
Yeah, actually, that I think that makes it a lot more interesting, right? Because you're trying to find the path to push stuff around without accidentally knocking them into the other person's side.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have stay in screen.
Yeah, no, they should. So let's go ahead and put stay in screen on these guys, and we'll give them you know what, I'm gonna go over to my make leaf function and copy a little bit of code. So let's see, we have some friction, and I want friction to be on these guys too, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy this.
Thomas, have you seen the friction at all? We
No,
very
I
rarely end up
was-
using it, but it's so useful when we do one.
Yeah, it is
Just
useful.
processing the existence of friction in this.
It's just acceleration towards zero. It's nice.
That's exactly where it's applied to, right? In the physics of just like, hey, is friction set? Okay, is acceleration set? We'll do that instead.
All right. Okay, so we're putting stay in screen on and bounce on wall on. Which should make it so that we, you know.
I mean, bounce on wall implies stay in screen, but it's fine. It makes sense like well on anyway.
Yeah. We're also going to give these guys a high Z. So I believe our squirrels are Z10. So I'm going to make these Z9.
Z9. Is that?
There we go.
What am I thinking that? Oh, I'm thinking of Xenon, like the car.
The girl
lights.
21st century?
That too.
Zetus Lepidus. Let's go
Oh,
ahead.
Z9 was the camera that we had in my journalism class when I was the photo editor.
Oh, naturally. Also, I'm going to put stay in screen on the squirrels because I just realized I never did that. So let's talk about Xenon Girl of the 21st century for a bit. Thomas, do you know what I'm talking about?
Just the name. I don't think I ever watched it. Is this? I feel like Xenon Warrior is where what my brain autofills for.
Oh, you're thinking of Xena Warrior Princess.
Xena. Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You're right.
There's too many Z's.
I mean, we need to
Xenon
name the
Girl
Acorns, so we've got a lot of
was
options now.
Was a Disney Channel original movie about a girl who lived in space. And she had a catchphrase. It was Zetus Lepidus. To my day, I don't know what that means.
I think like a lot of those kids shows, it means that it sounds funny.
It's great. The catchphrase.
There were 2 sequels.
Wow.
And I watched it somewhat recently, and it holds up much better than you think it would. Okay.
Should all have catchphrases based off our names. I think that would be great.
Yeah, we can add that to the bot if you want, like a set catchphrase that takes your user and repeats it.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, we're going to be making acorns, so I'm going to go ahead and put these inside of a function, and we're going to do a return and return our temp sprite at the end. This way we don't have to duplicate switch code. All right, get out of here. Now, we're going to be creating 2 acorns, one for player 1, one for player 2. And we are going to, oh wait, should we have 2 or should it be like the golden snitch?
Do you have to, or should it be like a golden snitch?
I think, like you could, well, if you only have 1, you'd have to start it, I guess, in the middle, but there's no actual way to get it to your side, I think.
Yeah.
Unless you can cross the line. So I think it makes sense to have 2.
I think having like 2 or 3 on each side is necessary to make it interesting to me.
All right.
Just because like if we want you to have to actually path around it, then if there's just 1, you're just kind of like avoiding 1 spot.
Let's see. Tigerfly says a golden acorn would be cool, but what would it do? Some superpower for a moment. Yeah, we could consider doing something like that too. It's not a bad idea. Let's see how much time we have left after we've done the main acorn thing. All right, so we're gonna do for player one, we're going to be doing 10 to I want to have 10 pixels on each side. So we're just going to be doing pick random from 10 to 70 because 80 is the halfway point. And then for the Y, we're going to be doing 10 to 1. Actually, because the bar is at the bottom, I'm going to give it a little bit more wiggle room. We're going to do 10 to 90. And we can just duplicate this for the Y for the other one. And we'll make 2 acorns on each side for now. All right, so for player 2's acorns, we want to do 80 to 150, not 80, sorry, 90. And let's see our acorns. Okay, acorn, 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 acorn.
Those are hard to see.
Yeah, they're hard to see until you blow the leaves out.
Yeah, then you're good. Yeah.
Which I think is fine, to be honest. Normally, I would make I would give them outlines normally, but I kind of actually like the effect of them being covered up by the leaves.
Yeah, until you I mean, you spot them.
That's why you're cleaning up, right? So that stuff's not in the way. If you could find everything you wanted without like cleaning, then why would you clean?
Yeah, it's fair.
Just leave all your stuff on the floor and know where everything is.
In fact, we could give these guys a Z that is lower than the leaves.
Yeah. There you go.
What is the leaf Z? I think the leaf Z might be like 5. Let's set the Z on 1 of these guys. No, their Z is 0, so we'll make it -1. What's up?
Can you cross the line as a squirrel? Can you cross into your neighbor's court? Oh, okay. I didn't realize.
There's no real benefit in doing so, but if you are to get going to get acorns, that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, you can steal.
And you can also, put the leaves over on their side because.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so when you touch the acorns, they're gonna kick real hard. Because what I'm realizing now is there's no real benefit for you to touch your acorns. Because you want them to stay on your side. So there is benefit on going over and trying to steal the other acorns, but we need to make it so you can accidentally hit these guys out of the way. And so to do that, we are going to make it so that you they go like real far when you bump into them.
Nice.
So let's do an overlap event. Sorry, what were you saying, Drew?
Speed.
Yeah, so we're going to do player overlaps with kind acorn. And we're going to be using sprite utils for this.
Tiger Fly in the chat said acorn curling, and now I really want to see this idea.
Hey, we made a
maybe that can be like a mini game that we do at the end. Like after your friend comes over to visit, you curl with those acorns.
What happened to our curling game? We finished it, I know, but
yeah, we just finished it.
I probably still have it. Wait, brief side thing. Curling. There you go, curling.
Oh, nice. It's perfect.
All right, yeah, you aim, you do power, and then you can room it to move it. Flapjacks.
All right.
And come on. There you go. All right, we're on it. And now you can. We actually did elastic collisions for this one, so if I do this, this will actually hit the other one out of the way. Flapjacks.
Wait, do we just want to copy that over? We can't just copy it over very easily, at least. For the acorns, I mean.
Wow.
There we go.
Physics.
Yeah. Anyway, curling. All right, back to our other game.
Such fun random stream I bumped to. I was showing MakeCode to a friend for a totally different topic. Oh, that's cool. We're actually devs on the MakeCode team, so we make MakeCode if you didn't know that. So it's really fun to hear that you're showing this to your friend. Like to hear about it. If you haven't been to the forum, I'll post it in the chat. You can hang out with us there too. That gives a no.
All right, so we have a, we're setting the angle and speed on our acorn sprite. So we're just going to choose a random speed. We'll do 100. That might be too high. We'll play with it. And for the angle, we're going to use the angle block inside here and do angle from sprite to other sprite, because we want to go from the player to the acorn.
Mhm.
All right.
What if you had a randomly placed hole in the ground where you should collect acorns, like an acorn shelf? I like it.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea actually to make a goal that you have to hit them into.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like you don't want the acorns just to like exist. You want it to all be tidy, and if they're just hanging out.
Yeah. All right, this is not actually fast enough. We want to hit them harder. So let's go over here and we'll double the speed, 200.
Did you set the friction at 100?
I don't remember what we set the friction at. It's the same as the leaves.
Because that will stop moving at 2 seconds if it's 100. So.
All right, maybe we need to split the difference. This might be too much.
Ping pong. Or
Yeah.
not ping pong, pinball.
All right. So let's go ahead and...
That would be kind of fun to add in here too, like a slow moving pinball sort of thing that you have to make sure you're not missing while still blowing things out of the way and avoiding acorns.
Okay, we have to say no at some point, Joey.
Yeah.
Right? I can't put in every mechanic into this.
I'm just thinking of
Every
it like
picture.
that, what's that? It was a game jam entry, I think. And it was like you get a bunch of items and you have to avoid them touching each other. And so like you'd have one that moves at a diagonal and one that moves horizontal and one that moves vertical.
Yeah. It was
really cool.
Something. I don't think it was a game jam entry. I think it was just a
forum post.
Yeah, I think it was called Simple.
Simple, yeah.
That was a good game. All right. One thing I'm noticing is we sometimes spawn on the acorns and they go flying in the beginning.
Nice.
So right there, you can see there's acorns going all over the place. So let's fix that. We're gonna go back to our on start. Let me do a Daryl. Okay. We're gonna go back to our on start, and we're going to tweak this a little bit. So we'll just make it so that we're spawning these guys like in the center on the Y. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it so that we spawn one acorn up here and one acorn down here. So for this one, we're gonna be doing 10 to 30 should be fine. And then for this one, we're going to be doing 60 is the midway point. So we will do 10 to 50. Now, for this one, we are going to do 70 to 90. And we will do, let's see, 50 to 70. Yeah. So that means we should get one acorn up here, one acorn down here. There you go. There's one acorn. There's the other one is behind the sleeves. Okay. So that's good. All right, let's do the same idea for these ones. So I'm just going to copy the Y's over. And for the X's, we want to do, let's see, for this first one, we're going to do 90 to, let's see, we're doing 90 to 150. So that means that we are spawning at what is halfway between 80 and 160, 120. So we want to do 90 to 110, and we want to do 130 to 150. There you go. Acorn, acorn, acorn. Should be an acorn over here somewhere. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
All right. So we want to go ahead and do an acorn count too now, because we're already counting the leaves we have on each side. So let's go over to our on-game update where we're doing our counting. And we want to, let's see, we're gonna have to figure out some sort of scoring, all right? So I think it's gonna be that cleaning first is gonna give you X number of points. Okay, so whoever gets the cleanest side first is gonna give you like 100 points. And then like you get 50 points for each acorn. So if you have like 3 acorns, you know, that's pretty good, right? You'll win. Unless the other person has 1 acorn.
I think 3 acorns and 1 acorn would be a tie in that scenario.
Yeah, so we should make it so you can't tie. So instead of doing 100 points, because there's no reason to do that, cleaning first will get you, let's say, 5 points, and each acorn will be worth 2 points. So if you clean first and you have 1 acorn, you'll win. If you have all the acorns, you'll win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how it should be. So
should there be like a points for a percentage clean too? Because I think you would always want to just go play goalkeeper with the acorns with this one, right? You want to grab all the acorns and then just ignore the other, just like keep them all on your side instead of ever cleaning.
Yeah, but if they get 1 acorn and they clean, they'll win. I think it's going to be tough to keep all of those acorns on your side too, because they go really far when you kick them.
So you have to be on your side. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you just don't want to finish cleaning unless you have at least 1 acorn on your side.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a little chaotic, so hopefully it won't be so cut and dry.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, how are we going to display this scoring? Let's abuse the menu extension.
Ooh.
The arcade mini menu extension is useful for many things. Let's see, Tigerfly says, or should the acorns be in the hole to score? I like everything being tied to being on the side, you know? I think that we could do it either way, but the code's also going to be a lot more complicated if we do the one into the hole, but we could make that happen. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think we can start with just being on the side and see what time permits.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to add the hole in later. It's not like dependent on it, so we might as well just finish it up as it is right now, and then we can play a few times and play.
Yeah, you could go and steal them from the other player. So
Yeah.
you can
you can walk over to the other player's side. So you can go over and steal them if you want, like that.
So ideally, you should be sneaky and steal them while the other person's not looking, and then just start destroying their side.
All right. Okay, so we have our counts for the acorns. We're going to be counting those in addition to these ones, but we're only going to count them at the end. We're not going to count them every frame like we were doing here. And I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to make it so that when the game ends, the acorns will come to a stop because they have friction, but we're going to turn them into ghosts. So if an acorn is still moving when the game ends, it'll come to a stop, So let's do that. We're going to do for each acorn, we're going to set the flag of ghost through sprites. And we'll do that right here. Put the game is over true on top because that feels better. Set that on. All right. So they will come to a stop. Then we are going to print out this stuff. So player 1 is the tiniest, player 2 is the tiniest. And we're going to now print out our score. So to do the scoring, we're going to be using a menu. And we're going to, let's see. I guess what we want to do is we'll do the array menu option. So this one right here, because we're going to create an array of all of our things that we want to print out. So we're going to do this empty array. And we're going to do add value to end right here. And we're going to add a menu item that is going to say, let's see, right here. Let's go ahead and grab a join. Or actually, we don't need a join because we can just type this in. So it's going to be player 1 cleaning bonus plus 5. That's dumb. This is not how I should be writing this. You know, here's what we'll do. We'll create two lists. So we're gonna do list 1 and list 2. And here we're going to do, in list 1, we're going to add cleaning bonus +5. Otherwise, we will add it to list 2. Hey, Otto, you want to come up? Come on up, buddy. He's deciding. He's sniffing the ground. I think he's going to come up. He's got one paw on my leg.
Suspense.
There we go.
Anticipation. Yeah, there's the cat.
Hey, everybody, this is my cat, AutoZone. He's a very good kitty who likes to bite me a lot. In fact, yesterday he woke me up by biting me in my neck. So, yeah, you can, I don't know if you can see it, but it drew blood. And my cat might be a vampire. How do you check that? You guys like hold him up to a mirror?
You got to get one of those DNA tests, you know, be like 90% cat, 10% vampire.
Oh, okay, so one of the squirrels has to be named O'Reilly. And now I got a source. Now I got to look up more competitors for AutoZone, though.
AutoZone is not named after the car establishment. Okay,
I know.
He happens to share the same name.
Yes, of course.
As the auto parts company, AutoZone.
Travel Center, Genuine Parks, NAM, Delphi. None of these are.
All right. Let me go ahead and we've got our list 2 variable.
Delphi's
We're
pretty good.
gonna have 2 lists. One's gonna be the player 1 score. One's gonna be the player 2 score. So now for our acorns, let's go ahead and count those. We're gonna do a loop over them right here. And we're going to do sprites of kind acorn. And we're going to be changing our player 1 acorn count and player 2 acorn count. This. Now we're going to do a repeat right here. And we want to do the player 1 acorn count times, and we're going to add an item that's going to be acorn +2. And we're going to do the same thing for player 2. All right, now we're going to create 2 menus. So let's make a new variable for this. And this one's going to be using the list 1. This one's going to be using list 2. And we're going to go ahead and set the positions on these menus so that they show up in the right place. So the X for this one's going to be 40, and the Y will be 60. The other one's going to be 120 and 60. Okay, let's just try this out.
One of them should be a writer. Okay, we're going deep into the lore here about like the historical background of these 2 squirrels. So one of them's a writer. The other one can be another similarly creative job, so that one of them doesn't have the benefit of the other. Poet, yeah. So like one's a author and one's a poet, and they're just like really getting into it, right? Like they just really, they're like, yours isn't real writing, and like yours isn't real writing. It's like, and then the person in between is like, I don't want to fight here, man. They're both cool.
All right, so we have our oh, I see. I'm doing this outside of the cutscene. That's why my menu ended up weird. Okay, so we have our 2 menus. They are showing up. We need to, oh, I forgot the position block is broken for the menus. I need to fix that still, but we'll have to use X and Y directly.
Yeah, we should fix it. We should sneak that in before the update.
Yeah, probably. I don't actually know if it needs to go into common packages. It might need to, though.
I think it should, so that it can affect all of the sprite, the extendable sprites, whatever they are.
Yeah, that's true. Here we go. This player 2 menu. And we're going to make this instead of 40, 120.
So O'Reilly is the writer, and Delphi is the poet. Okay.
All right, and we need to also make it so that the styles for these are going to be the same for the selected and non-selected, because we don't actually care about selected. So we're going to set the default and selected style foreground to be black, which is 15, and not player one. I want this to be player one menu. And we want to set the background to be white, which is 1. And we're going to duplicate this and do it for player 2 now. And let's also go ahead and put some titles on these guys. So we're going to set the title on the player 1 menu to player 1 score. Whoops.
Lucas M loves pets. Hi. Hi. Nice to see you.
Hey.
Currently only Lucas.
All right. Lucas M loves pets. Hey, there's a pet on the screen, Lucas. See, it's Otto.
Yeah.
He's a very good cat, even when he's
Yeah. No matter which form of pets you like, right? Whether it's the verb pets or the noun, both are going on right now.
Mm-hmm. See, what you gotta know about Otto is he's a bite cat, but he's also a lab cat. Spends most of the day in my lab.
You think you can train the bite so it's like a guard cat?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't think cats are notorious for being easy to train. Okay, we're gonna set the top instead of the Y because I want them to be at the same top, and they might be different like lengths. All right, let's try this again. Lucas says, the cat that was in Phoenix Quest. Yes, the most famous thing Otto is known from is being in Lucas's game's Phoenix Quest. All right, so we're going to clear this out. Let's go ahead and do it. Oh no, my Acorn. Get over here, Acorn. Okay. What? Where's the... Okay, there we go. There was a 1 pixel of a thing. All right, so we have player 1 score, cleaning bonus +5, Acorn +2, player 2 score. This is a mess.
Should it be like cleaning bonus and then the next line? If we could do right line for that one, can we? No. I guess we could with space, whatever. Just separate it like that so that we have enough space.
Yeah, or you could put them all in one menu, just player 1, player 2.
I think we could make this work. I'm going to set the width on these.
Not the last 5 minutes, so I don't think you have to pay.
You could also do P1 and P2 if you don't want to spell out player.
True. So we're going to set the width and height of these guys. So I'm going to set the width to be, let's see, 70 pixels. And we're going to set the height to be just half the screen, so 60. And oops, I'm doing this on player 1 again. Player 1 menu. Do the same thing on player 2 menu, like that. Now let's go ahead and make this text a little bit more compact. We're going to do clean +5, and then we're going to do Acorn +2, Acorn +2. That looks good. Then we're creating the lists and setting the positions. Make sure you have to set the position after you set all of the styles and whatnot, because the size can change. All right, let's give this a shot now. Otto is still sitting on my lap, but he has put one paw up on my laptop.
See, Unsigned Arduino asks, can you add blocks to programmatically get and set the selected index without having to be in a handler? Because I'm abusing it like you for the leaderboards and races.
Sure, yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Right. Get that over. Let's see. Oh, we still got a leaf somewhere. Oh, there it is up there on the top. Get out of here. Okay, there we go. Player 1 is the tidiest. And then there we go. So we got player 1 score, we got player 2 score. Acorn plus 2, Acorn plus 2, Acorn plus 2, Acorn plus 2. I still saying cleaning bonus. It should just say clean. I think I got rid of it on one of them, but not the other one.
Realized my mic wasn't working.
Hey, it's on. Yeah,
You were
now
just thinking we were really mean.
I was talking to myself. Yeah, I was asking how are they moving the leaves? Is it telekinetically or with their little paws?
They don't have
Is it a
paws.
paw? Is it a
No.
hand?
If you I mean, you've seen squirrels.
Squirrel
They don't
hands?
just have 2 back legs that they stand on.
Yes.
The squirrels all over
Obviously.
the place, Hassan.
Two back legs. And
If
just
you're willing
enough-
to draw it, my vision for what this was supposed to be was that they use a tail whip. But Richard
okay.
said they're just gonna blow it like with their instead
Yeah,
because
I was
okay.
envisioning blowing, because squirrels are
Ah.
notorious for their high lung capacity.
Yes.
yeah, I mean they happen to be on the swim team in school, so they have a high lung capacity. It makes sense.
There you go.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah.
All right.
Now that you pointed out, the lack of hands is quite obvious. They seem happy though.
All right, we'll do P1 score and P1 and P2 score. And we are going to after we show this little scoring thing, we're just going to do a pause. So let's grab pause. Pause for 5 seconds. And then we are going to do, let's see, then we'll just say, either player 1 wins or player 2 wins. So let's go ahead and figure out who wins right now. I guess we'll just go ahead and actually make some scores. So let's make some variables. Player 1 score. Player 2 score. And now we're going to go up here and where we are setting the cleaning bonus. We're going to set player 2 score to be 5 or player 1 score to be 5. And in here, we're going to do a change by. So variables, change player 2 score by 2, change player 1 score by 2. And now we can just do if player 1 score is less than player 2 score, and we do player 2 wins. Else we do player 1 wins. And then we just do a good old-fashioned reset game. All right.
Nice.
Let's do this final test. Clean, 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 clean. This is the cleaning song. It doesn't have many words, mainly just the word clean. Clean, 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 clean.
Is this a competitive cleaning?
Yeah.
Theft.
All right, so player one obviously wins here. There you go. All right, cool.
Ta-da.
We're done. Let's just do a little bit of cleanup. So one thing we were noticing a lot while we were testing was I was constantly getting into a state where it looked like I was all clean, but I wasn't actually, right? So we're going to make it a little bit friendlier on us. We're going to go over to where we are doing our leaf counts. So right here, we're saying if value x is less than 80, we're going to make this a little bit more specific. So we're going to say if value x is greater than, and let's make it 0. That will mean that it's at least halfway on the screen. And then for the, we're going to do some ands. Let's grab some ands. So we're going to say the x is greater than 0 and y is greater than 0 and y is less than 120. Then we're going to change the count by 0, by 1. Otherwise, we're just not going to change the count at all because we don't really care. Now we're going to do the same thing over here for player 2, but we're going to change the x check to be x is less than.
Check makes it every day if the color changing thing is added to beta. Oh, Richard added that in the PR and it's not merged yet, but it'll be in there.
It'll be in there by the end of the day. I also fixed the memory leak bug, Lucas, so look forward to that.
Yeah. We won't have to sit here in the live stream for a second and be like, we got to refresh the tab.
Whoa.
Okay, so finish, and you can see I still have a leaf right there and a leaf right there, but we're pretty much clean, you know?
Yeah.
Did your squirrel go over the line?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go over the line. Yep.
What?
This is
so you can steal
you're not
acorns.
going to 2 houses. You're going to 2 roommates where they have that invisible line, you know, that you always see in like a kid's cartoon, where they're like, you can't cross this line. And then you're
Tape on
like,
the floor.
I just did. What are you gonna do
yes.
about it?
It's because there's acorns, Hassan. You wanna get the acorns.
Yeah. That's why I said it's about theft.
You want to bounce some money? It's about that.
There you go.
Oh, I
In
see
this
this little
game, you
bar
learn
at
a
the
little
bottom.
about cleaning and a lot about life.
So the bar
Total
tells you which
victory
side
this
is winning.
time.
Oh my.
There we go.
Total victory, nice. Yeah, this would be quite hectic with 2 players.
Unsigned Arduino asks color changing thing. Richard added an experiment to add a little palette picker in the about project, like KCJSON view.
Yeah, so you could set your project's color palette without risking breaking your project permanently.
Hooray.
And like, you know, just pick out your colors in editor.
All right, well, I think we are done for today. What are the names of our 2 squirrels?
O'Reilly and Delphi.
Delphi, like DELPHI?
Yes.
All right, we'll rename the variables. Let's do that right now. So this guy's going to be O'Reilly.
And by the way, he's the author, and the other is the poet.
Yeah, I know O'Reilly is a book publisher. Okay, and this one will be Delphi.
And Delphi's an oracle.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that could work too. A writer of prophecy.
And
But they only write poems about, you know.
We need a name for this game. Best.
We had some good ones yesterday too with Squirrel Hunt.
Best Nest is good.
Best nest.
No, we had a terrible name yesterday, Joey, if you remember. It was like, don't fall behind, because it's fall.
Yeah.
No.
Will you make this
So,
into
I
a
mean-
hackable example? This is too cute. I mean, yeah, well, Richard will post it in the chat in just like
Yeah.
10 seconds probably.
Yeah, I
No.
will. So, all right, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be back on Friday. I don't know what we'll be doing on Friday just yet. And remember, we have a mini game jam going on right now. So you can find out all the info in forum. It should be pinned in the arcade channel, all of the information. Try and get your games in before Monday, but if you're a little bit late, that's totally fine too.
Yeah.
And we will be playing through those games next week, probably on either Wednesday or Friday. I'll decide on Friday. It depends. You know what? Let's just say Friday of next week because I want to give people, if they're going to be a little late, it'll be okay. You know.
Yeah. Plus Fridays are a weird day anyway, like, historically.
So tune in Friday. We will be playing all of the mini game jam things on stream and talking about what we like about them. For MakeCode, I am Richard. I Richard on the MakeCode forum, and this is Otto. He is too young to use the MakeCode forum.
I am Hassan. Hassan on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Thomas at T-Sparks on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm Joey at J Wonder on the MakeCode forum. Will we be doing stream next week with Hackathon?
Friday. We're gonna do it on Friday.
On Monday, Wednesday.
Oh, what are we gonna be doing on stream?
Are we going to be doing? Sure, I would.
Oh, right, because we have the hackathon next week. Yeah, I'll be doing stream. You guys don't have to, but I'll be here.
So us two at least will be.
Yeah. Sorry, we have what Joey's mentioning is we have a hackathon next week. I'm going to be working on music stuff for arcade, and there are other hackathon projects going on, so it's going to be a little bit weird, but yeah. All right, well, see you folks later. Bye.